Hey, peace, peace, love and light to you all, family. Welcome to another YouTube video with me, your host, Mathics Mahlangu. Now, on today's video, I quickly want to talk to you about the air element. This beautiful thing right here. I want to talk to you about the air element. The place where we all soar high. The kingdom of Heru, the kingdom of the mind. Now, we've already spoken about earth and the water element. Now, what you need to know is that these elements are one and the same. They are different vibrations or different vibratory states of what we call consciousness, because everything manifested, everything that you see, everything, umuntu, a person, whatever it is, each and every single blade of grass, every drop of water, fire, anything and everything that you can think of is consciousness manifested or qualified as that thing. It is said that everything in the physical world or everything in the universe is but the individualized thoughts or the expressions of God. So everything that we see is God, is a thought form of God, or God expressing itself as that particular thing to experience itself as that particular thing. Now, when it comes to the air element, when we are dealing with the air element, we are dealing with the air, we are dealing with the realm of the mind. Air has to do with the mind. It has to do with that higher thing because of its finer vibration. So it has to do with the higher densities. The higher realms are represented by the element of air. Whereas the lower realms are represented by the elements of water and earth, as they are much more denser. Now, the air element is very special and it is key because the air element contains what we call chi. I don't mean to sound poetic, but that's the truth. It is key because it contains within it that which is known as chi or prana, which is life force. So it is that which, so what we call chi or prana is that which animates. It's that which animates things in life, things in existence. So everything contains chi because it is that animating force. It is that life force that allows trees to move, to grow. It is that chi, right? And then your soul and your spirit are energy. And then that energy is animated, or it is given life force to by air, which contains chi. So now, you need to understand that your body is a technology. It is a very divine biological technology. All this technology that you see in the world shouldn't faze you. It's nothing. I don't care what the military can create, what the FBI has. It has nothing. It is nothing compared to all of this. It is nothing compared to all of this biological technology. And the greatest technology is your body, because this is primary technology and everything else is secondary technology. Because what phones can do, instant calling, that's telepathy. All these videos, that's our third eyes. Your eyes is the greatest technology. They still, the human eye still blows the minds of scientists and all these people who are trying to learn and to imitate this technology. This is the first technology. This technology is advanced. So just as you would have a computer that you need to update its software and you would put in certain things that upgrade the software, the body too has that. And what updates the software and the hardware of the body is air. Air is what fuels you. So this is why the ancients and the mystics of the ages, for eons, they've been speaking about the power of breath. The power of breath when you partake in breathing meditations, because your lungs, when you look at them, they are very big. But what happens is that we breathe shallow. So we only fill up a small portion of our lungs. We don't take deep breaths. And you need to ask yourself, what do you think when someone is calm, or when someone is nervous, or when they are scared, or when woman is giving birth? In any situation, what do they say? Take deep breaths. So they know about the science, but they only tell you to do them at specific points. Whereas you should be doing these deep breaths in all states. You should always be taking deep breaths. You should take time to because you are filling your body with that chi energy, with that life force energy. So you should always, it's not something that you should be doing every once in a while. It's something that you should be doing on a daily basis, because what is happening is that now you are filling your lungs up with life force energy, and thus then that now accelerates or opens up dormant neurons within you, thus then activating that what they call dormant DNA or junk DNA. It activates those sleeping neurons to tap you into higher consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Because another thing that the breath represent is it is represented by the deity that we know of, or that they call Jesus. So Jesus is the breath. He says he's the breath of life, right? I am the breath of life. And what do they say? They say that in the beginning was the word. So that word is the body, and the body within itself is anchored here in the physical via the breath. Because the moment someone dies, what happens is that the breath leaves. Your life begins with an inhalation, and then it ends with an exhalation. You see, so this is the science, this is the mystery of what is happening here. The breath is what? The breath is that it is carried within your nervous system. You know, it is what excites and accelerates your nervous system. And your nervous system is that part which contains divine intelligence. It is what moves you, because it moves throughout your whole body. Your nervous system is the tree of life as it moves from the neuron, and then it energizes the whole body. And breath is what awakens that. You see, so breath deals with the mind. It deals within the mind, the air element. And another beautiful thing about the air element is that within itself, it contains water. Air contains water within it. Although sometimes we cannot see it, it's basically water. So we are in a giant aquarium. We are breathing in water simultaneously. You know, because it contains that. It's very refined. It's very refined, and it's beautiful today. Oh, look at air. Look at air. Look at air right there. Beautiful. Beautiful. And that's another thing. Air is a symbol of freedom. It represents that freedom. Hence, Heru, in the ancient deity, was flying, or the reason they use the hawk is because the hawk or the falcon is the bird that flies the highest, and it has a very keen eyesight. It has a very keen eyesight, which represents the third eye again, which is freedom. So you soar high above the sky as Heru. When you reach that higher consciousness, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody can come to the Father except through me. Who said that? Jesus said that. Who is Jesus? Jesus is the breath. He's the breath of life. God breathed into the nostrils of man, and man became a living soul, which means that the soul, the energy, was now activated, or it was given life to by the activation through chi or prana, the animating force, which is what you now deal with when you are dealing with breath meditation, because the breath is what activates all these hormones within you, all these chemicals, DMT, all of these things, dimethyltryptamine, which help you to fly or to tap into or to implode into different states within yourself, because these states exist within you. You're going into the inner constellation, the inner constellations, the stars within you, because you are that. You are the universe made flesh. You are the microcosm of the macrocosm. And so now the air, this thing, is what takes you there. And the air is also very closely linked to the heart chakra and also the throat chakra. You know, this right here, the air. So when you're filling your lungs up, you're filling your lungs, your body with life energy, with ki life energy, with chi life energy. So that's what the breath is. So take the time to breathe into your body. You know, that's how you awaken all these things. Kundalini. You don't need to freaking go to like always be running around going to see people. You already have the intelligence within you. You just need to activate the technology, and the key to that is tapping into this air so it can activate the mind. That's why it represents the spirit. Air also means, air is represented by breath, which means espirito. That's what breath is. Espirito. It's the spirit. It's the spirit. So right now, we are not spiritually focused because we're breathing too shallow. But if you look at the capacity of your lungs, it's so huge. So you are not maximizing this technology. Hence, you are only focused on the lower chakras, on the lower regions, survival, sex, and pleasure, because you are not breathing in enough air so that the higher portions of yourself can be activated. Hence, you have stress, depression, and all of these things, grief. It's all the lower, because you are not putting in enough life force to activate the higher parts. It's like, think of it like this. Some parts you get for free. You get for free. The moment you are born, some things are free. Some things you have to activate. So that's why they say God will meet you halfway. You already have the thing, but others you need to activate in order for them to. You need to consciously, you need to become a co-creator. So you need to work. When they speak about in Genesis that you till the soil, tilling the soil is the body. When you till the soil, it means you have to actively work. It doesn't mean going and tilling the physical soil and create. No, it means this soil. You have to work to activate the Garden of Eden, which you fell from, which is this part. And you do that through the breath. You do that through air. You do that through activating the breath of life, tapping into the technology so that you can access these higher realms, these higher realms. Look at it. It's yours, all of it. It's yours to breathe in. It's eternal. It's infinite. It's infinite. It's infinite. It's there. It's what you are. You are the breath of life. You are the breath of life. So let's summarize it up. The breath, the air element represents the mind, the highest state. And in the zodiac, what the zodiac signs, there's 12 signs in the zodiac sign, right? So each sign has 3 signs. So Aquarius is air, Libra is air, and Gemini is air. You see, so the other elements are also represented by 3 signs. You see, so now this shows that you yourself, because you are the 12 zodiacs, is just that one will be specific, which will be the time that you are incarnated in on this planet. That will be your primary one. But you have all of these elements within you. You are the 4 elements. These 4 elements become intelligent as they're expressed through you. When they say you are the universe viewing itself, you are the elements now viewing themselves through you. You are the universe looking at itself through itself, which is you. So it's like you wrote a book and then you came into the book and experienced your book. There's a movie you should watch called, what is this movie called? There's a movie called, what is this movie called? The Never Ending Story. Where it's like this boy is reading this book, but as he's reading the book, his very reading adds to what is happening in the story. So that's your life. You wrote a script. So let me put it like this. When God created existence, or when the creator created all of this, it did not create it and then stand at afar and watched it as religions would have us believe, controlling things. It created it while at the same time it is it, while at the same time it's participating in it. Whew. Damn, that's deep. It created it while at the same time it is it, and while at the same time it's participating in it. So this is God. What you are stepping on is God. What is speaking is God. What is observing is God. What is being observed is God. And all of that is, for you to understand all of this, you have to tap into that intelligence. You have to tap into that intelligence. And you do that through the breath, which is chi. So chi is prana. Prana is the animating force. It's the life-giving force. It's what activates. It opens up all of these things, all of the shandis. You tap into it through the breath, which is shu, which is why when you also sneeze, you subconsciously call upon the ancient god or the ancient deity, which represented air, which is Shu. And you say, what? You say, Shu. You see, so subconsciously it's there. It's there. You know, they say, Africans worship too many gods. No, we did not worship too many gods. We understood that God, being the netta, represents itself in different forms, in manifestations, which are the neteru. So each element would be represented by a different god. So that's why they say they'd be the god of air, or the god of fire, the god of wind, the god of rain, the god of the sun, the god of what. It's just that that's the particular manifestation of God at the time. So it would be given a personification or a name. You see, because we understood that God is an intelligent force that manifests itself in different things. So the air was a manifestation of Shu, or Heru, or Yeshua. You see, so that's the breath of life. So your life starts when they spank you there, and then you take that first inhalation, and then you are the breath. And then when you die, your spirit leaves the body, right? And then so your body is no longer animated. It is animated by the breath. And the secrets of it that can cause the secretions through the glands also work through the breath, but you are not told that side of things. That's kept a secret. You never told about breathing. You can go without food for 40 weeks, for 40 days or so. You can go without water for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Try and go without breath for 2 minutes or so. So you are the breath of life. So you need to activate this force. You need to activate this force. Sometimes just take a jog and feel your lungs and feel your heart just go ba, 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 ba. As you are breathing in. You are breathing in intelligence. This is intelligence. Intelligence, everything around us is intelligence, but you have to work for a certain amount of it to be activated, because to whom much is given, much is required. So you cannot just be given everything. So that's why they say that God is the 90% and we are the 10%. And for you to tap into the 90%, breath is the key. Tango. Thank you, family. Until next time, much love to you all. I believe I can fly.